Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Amir Naim bin Kamal, and we are from Group 8. So, for our presentation, we will present about arguments and rule of inference. So, this is our team members. Okay. So first, for introduction, in the realm of logic and critical thinking, arguments serve as the foundational building blocks for sound reasoning and decision making. An argument is a set of statements known as premises presented to support or justify another statement known as the conclusion. These logical structures play a crucial role in various disciplines, including philosophy, mathematics, computer science, and more, providing a systematic way to analyze and evaluate the validity of claims.
Hi, I am Muhammad Nabi Amin Mibahudi from Class 3G. Will be presenting about discussion of the concept of ROI or rule of influence. So, rule of influence are involved masteries of techniques such as modus ponens, law of syllogism, modus tollens, disjunction syllogism, conjunction, simplification, and addition. Each rule provided a systematic and rigorously defined method for making valid conclusion from a set of premise. As individuals engage in logical analysis and debate, the ability to wield this rule effectively become paramount in constructing and disconstructing argument.
For question 1, express the following system specification using proposition and find the conclusion. So this is my question. If I get a good result in examination and my parent is taking an annual, we will go for holiday. If my parents don't come to work, then they will take an annual leave. I got a good result and my parents did not come to work. Will we go for holiday? Use the following representation to answer your question. P. I get a good result in examination. Q. My parent is taking an annual leave. R. We will go for holiday as my parent will have come to work. Okay, so this is my hypothesis. So P and Q implies R. And then negation S implies Q. And then P and negation S. So for hypothesis, P and negation S. We can get here hypothesis, and negation S can get simplification. Negation S implies Q hypothesis, Q modus ponens, get from step number 2 and 3. And for P, simplification, get from 1. And P and Q is conjunction, get from 4 and 5. P and Q implies R is hypothesis, and lastly R is modus ponens, get from step number 7 and 6. Therefore, we will go for holiday. So that is for our hypothesis for this question.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Asfa bin Azhar and I am from Group CS1103G. And for our group MAT 210 or discrete mathematics group project, I will be making and also presenting about question 2, which is question that is related to logical equivalence and also arguments. So let's start question 2. Alright, so for the question 2 here, the question is determine if P implies Q and R implies negate Q and R logically implies negate P by using truth table. So in this question, it is always stated we should use truth table. So for the truth table, we will first do the P, the Q, and the R. After that, we will do negate Q. And then we will proceed with P implies Q. After that, we will do R implied negate Q. After that, we will do R implied negate Q and R. And finally, we will conclude it, which is P implies Q and R implies negate Q and R. For the value, we will get true, false, true, false, true, false, false, false. After that, we will do the negate P. Similar how we do the negate Q, which means negation means we will just reverse it. True become false and false become true. So for negate P here, it will become false, 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 true, 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 true. The conclusion is, and we can see here the conclusion, the statement P implies Q and R implies negate Q and R is not logically implies to negate P. Why? The reason is because P implies Q and R implies negate Q and R is not a tautology. And so from that we knew it is not a tautology, so it is not logically implies, and also it is not a valid argument. Why? Because if you want it to be logically implies and also a valid argument, you have to make it into a tautology, which means all of it are true and there are no false at all. So that's it for question 2.
So it's time for our third and last question. This question I have created by myself by using what we have learned in our class. The question goes like this. If Annie doesn't finish his homework, then he must be watching movies and go to sleep early. If Anik finishes his homework, then Madam Fatima will not be scolding him. Anik has not been going to sleep early. So the question is, will Madam Fatima scold him? So to solve this question, I have done the answer of this. So this is the question in a written form. And now I will be going to the question as we go. So the first thing we will do will be writing our first premise. Then we will write down our second premise. Our first premise is R imply P and Q, and our second premise will be negation R imply S, and our third premise will be negation P. For our fourth premise, not fourth premise, sorry. For the fourth will be negation P or negation Q. This will be in addition to the third premise. And our fifth will be negation in bracket P and Q. This is our De Morgan law based upon our form. Our sixth will be negation R, which is modus tollens based upon our first premise and the De Morgan law. into the last one, which is 7. That will be S, which is a modus ponens that is based upon premise 2 and modus tollens from the number sec. So that will be it for question number 3. I will be pressing my touch to Asfa. That's it for me.
Okay, as for the summary, to summarize, the purpose of studying rules of inference is to ensure valid conclusions. By using rules such as modus ponens, modus tollens, and others correctly, we can ensure that our reasoning is solid and also our conclusion is valid. Secondly, in arguments, we must construct a truth table to check whether it is a valid argument or not. If it is a valid argument, the conclusion is true when all the values are true, or in other words, it is known as a tautology. It means after we do the truth table, the final value that we manage to find out is all true and no false. If that happens, it is a tautology, then it is a valid argument and also it is a logically implies. Okay, let's proceed to the reference. Our group used 4 references. The first one, the discrete mathematics lecture notes and also study guide, which is our syllabus notebook right here. The second one is past year final exam paper that we use using the website EQPS. The third one is a website that we use for reference, like finding notes or any information. And the fourth and the last reference that we use is a reference book, or also known as ebook, that we found in the internet. So that's all from us. Thank you very much.